Sagittarius, hi. Welcome back to Cardinal Fire Tarot and to your October 2023 reading. But first, a couple of announcements. If you haven't already, make sure to go follow me over on Instagram at Cardinal Fire Tarot. I post daily over there with readings. I do quotes, just did my first giveaway, so make sure to check that out. And if you like my reading style and are interested in booking a personal one-on-one reading with me, you can find all the details about that at cardinalfiretarot.com. And last but not least, if you resonate with the message, please like the video and subscribe to the channel. It really means the world to me and helps get these videos out and more people seeing them, so I would really appreciate it. And with all that, let's get started. Oh, one more announcement. My very large, very chaotic dog is in the room, so if you hear background noises, I apologize. Alright, so your overall energy for the reading is small steps, big accomplishments. Let's go ahead and get some tarot with that. Let's see what we got. I'm not gonna lie, from first glance, for a lot of you, this looks like the ending of a relationship. Or, if not the ending of a relationship, perhaps just recognizing what you deserve and going after it. Let's start from the beginning. Overall energy for the reading. Small steps, big accomplishments. This is you moving towards prioritizing yourself and your needs over other people. Then in the recent past, we have the Empress. This is where that person in your life, for most of you it's romantic, it could be a friend, it could be a family member, but there's that person in your life that you put on a pedestal and you are prioritizing them above yourself, above your, your money, above your emotional well-being, above everything. You're putting this person first for some reason. Then in the current energy, we have the King of Pentacles. I think this is you reaching a more grounded perspective on the situation, realizing just how much you've compromised your, self-care and your belief in yourself and stuff like that. And then in the near future, we have death, which is the ending of the relationship, or at least the ending of the dynamic where you neglect your own needs. In the energy that would surround you, we have the Four of Pentacles. This is you wanting to cling on to that person despite the fact that they are hurting you more than they are helping you. And in your challenge, you have the Eight of Swords. You are so close on the situation. I mean, you are 50% of this relationship. So you are right here that you can't see the reality of it. If you could take a step back and see it from like other people's perspective, it would be obvious. That's why, like, when you have your friend that's in a shitty relationship and it's so obvious and you get so annoyed with them because everyone else can see it but them, that's what's happening. That person is too close. To anybody from a distance that could see the whole thing, it's so obvious. That person is right here, so they can only see what's right in front of their face. They can't see the entire situation. But then in your strength, 9 of Wands, you are starting to put your defenses up. You are starting to realize that this person is bringing negativity and harm into your life, and you're starting to push that away from you. So let's go ahead and get clarifiers. I am really interested to see if this is indeed a person or if it's more like a situation thing. I'm reading it right now as if it's a person, but clarifiers could change that. We're going to start by clarifying small steps, big accomplishments, and the overall energy. Alright, clarifying small steps, big accomplishments. We have Justice, the King of Wands, and the Moon. Yes, Justice is the balancing of the scales. You are seeing your worth. King of Wands, that's just your energy, Sagittarius. Like the highest you there is. So your highest self, once you recognize it, you'll start prioritizing yourself, which will then balance those scales back out that have been askew for quite a while. And the Moon is you learning and making realizations of what you haven't seen through this situation, through this relationship, through this chapter. Alright, let's clarify the Empress in the recent past. And another thing is when those scales are askew like that, it doesn't just create an imbalance in that one area of your life. It creates a universal imbalance because it's like a domino effect. Like this relationship is so off kilter that this becomes the norm. So then in your job, you're going to let your boss walk all over you because that's what you were used to doing here, and so you're conditioned to do it there, and it just domino effect. Alright, let's go ahead and clarify the Empress, recent past. Clarifying the Empress, we have the 9 of Swords, the Fool, and the Queen of Cups. Yeah, you love this person. I mean, Queen of Cups, you put your heart out there. And it's been quite literally a nightmare. 9 of Swords is the card of sleepless nights, nightmares, stuff like that. Like you have gotten stuck in this space and you feel like you have no control. Like you don't know how to wake up. But you do. You'll figure it out. And then the Fool is almost always for me a very positive card. But in this connotation right here, in this situation, it speaks more to being naive and impulsive and not being cautious and jumping in prematurely. Like you went all in this relationship before the other person had a chance to show their true colors. Otherwise you wouldn't have gotten in it to start with, right? They probably withheld that until they had you in their grips, and then they show you the negativity and the pain and whatever else. Alright, let's clarify that King of Pentacles, we have the Five of Swords, the Eight of Pentacles, and the Three of Pentacles. You are learning. It's like you're beating them at their own game, which I'm going to caution, because sinking your vibrational energy down in order to meet other people is only going to hurt yourself in the long run. But maintaining your morals and honor and dignity and character, that is always going to get you farther, because karma's going to come in. But this is you recognizing that if you keep going the way you're going, that person is always going to win. They're always going to put you down. They're always going to diminish your worth. They're always going to make you feel small. And so you are learning this knowledge and turning to other people in your life and starting to create this foundation for change. Now, the change hasn't come yet, but in order to walk away from a situation, you have to have your reasons why you're walking away. You have to have the safe space to walk into when leaving it. You have to have the emotional support from other people. You know, you're gathering resources right now for this transition, whether you realize it or not. All right, let's clarify death in the near future. All right, clarifying death, we have the Page of Pentacles, the Seven of Pentacles, and the Four of Cups. It's going to get worse before it gets better, which is such a shitty thing, and I'm so sorry that I'm the one to deliver that message, but you're going to have to work through grief from losing this person. You are going to have to work on boundaries in order to keep this person at arm's length and not give them the power to hurt you again. You are going to have to accept and learn to appreciate solitude. You are going to have to address what internally allowed you to put yourself in that situation and stay for as long as you did. None of that seems very fun. All of it is monumental for you or your growth and your momentum forward. That's this energy. Like, there are things ending, but within those endings, it's just bringing up even more that you have to address and even more you're going to have to work through. So, it's worth it, but it's going to be heavy for a little while. Let's clarify that Four of Pentacles and the energy that surrounds you. Alright, clarifying the Four of Pentacles. We have the Ten of Pentacles, King of Cups, and the Wheel of Fortune. You're having such a hard time recognizing that you can do and you can give yourself everything that this person does and gives to you. So, financial stability, for a lot of you, you can do it. You can get an apartment. It might be small, but you can pull it off. You can get a job if you're not already working. Like, you are capable. They are not your prize in this lifetime. They did not come in and, change the course of your life for the better. Your life may look very different than it did before, but it's not better. because you're still dealing with toxic people. Sorry. You're still dealing with the toxicity of that situation and the self-doubt. And still you put this person on a freaking pedestal. Thank you. I don't know where empire came from. But no, you put them on a pedestal. And because of that, it's just slowing your progress because none of it is true. It's a delusion. Alright, let's clarify that Eight of Swords in your challenge. Alright, clarifying the Eight of Swords. We have the Ace of Swords, the Nine of Wands, and Strength. You gotta think with your head. You gotta think with your head because logic and reason is the ship that is going to sail you out of this relationship. Not emotion, not passion, not wand energy, not pinnacle energy because you think you need that person, but that sword energy, that logic and reasoning, that pros and cons list, and seeing how much longer the cons are. And mustering up your strength because you have been subdued and made to feel small for so long now that you've forgotten that this is within you. This is your energy, Sagittarius. I know it's a Leo card, but still, fire energy. This is you, and this is inside of you right now. You don't need to create it. You don't need to work towards it. You just need to rediscover. Because this is going to be so important for maintaining the transition away. You could leave this person, but if you don't really hone in on that inner strength and self-discipline and all of those things, then you're gonna run right back as soon as you experience one of these heavy, hard emotions. Alright, let's clarify the Nine of Wands in your strength. Clarifying the Nine of Wands, we have the Page of Swords, the Three of Swords, and the King of Swords. Remember when I just said the sword energy is going to be what carries you out of this? That logical, methodical energy? You are starting to look at your life and your scenario and your situation and your relationship from a different perspective. And in doing so, you're allowing yourself to acknowledge the pain and the heartache that you have been made to experience pretty much non-stop. Whereas before you were romanticizing it. Which is then making you put up your defenses because you are the wounded warrior, which is the Nine of Wands. You have been hurt, and that's what's making you apprehensive to run right back. And in doing so, you're going to set boundaries. And you are going to say what you mean, and you are going to follow through, and you're going to listen to your mind and your logic over your heart and your emotions. So, I'm sorry. This is such a rough month. I really am. But is it better to stay in a relationship because leaving is hard, where you're going to be unfulfilled, sad, hurt constantly, or to go through a hard chapter in order for the rest of the book to be beautiful? Really stop and look at your life. Is this the end game that you want? And if no, get out. No, they can change. No, it'll be different. No, none of that. That's the delusion talking. If you aren't exactly where you want to be and where you are emotionally fulfilled, get out. Leave. But, anyways, that is all that I have for you, Sagittarius. And I will see you next time. Bye.